Hey, 76.
Big numbers. Whole team counted this a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Bell sheds him off. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Flex 30. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Go. Black and three.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
50.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On second down now, it's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the stop was Aaron Donald. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On third down, here's Bell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. Bullock's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistake.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it with Bell. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I think Le'Veon Bell is now recognized mainly for his hesitation move, but he makes so many people miss. I think that's what makes him an elite runner in this league.
He's been doing that since high school when he was a Groveport Cruiser in Ohio and on to Michigan State and now into the National Football League. On first down, Bell. And that play will go nowhere, losing losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Bell, and they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll run here with Tavon Austin.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up fourth down.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
Right here.
46, boys. 46.
80. In your face.
80. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. The 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Bell. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal.
Hey, Zoo.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. This will be caught at about the 5. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on the toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. That's Isabella open on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Pull it high. Alert, alert.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Quarter. 3 down, smooth. Check. 3 down. Mike 12. Middle.
Ben to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Andy Isabella in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. This is Bell. Bell sheds him off.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
59. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Like 5.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. From the gun, it's Drake. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 24. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Andy Isabella with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead is up to 8. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Here's Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Bell. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 4.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll run on first down. Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Past the 20. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play at any spot on the field.
And he loses the football a second time. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
He was brought down by
3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They stay on the ground with Drake. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Andy Isabella, 52 yards. yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready?
36. Here we go, D. Here I come.
On first down, it's Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Again, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Watch 36. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, quarter.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Motion out of the backfield. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. All right, T.
Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Set. 180.
Mike, 36. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Good.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big run that time by Bell. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
10.
On third down, it's Bell, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Bell. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. He'll get it up the middle. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and